When I was a kid, I got sunburned a lot. I grew up on a farm, and this was back in the 60s and 70s when th- people weren't concerned about getting skin cancer. And I got bad sunburns sometimes. I had fair skin, freckles. So we're going to talk about that today. Is the sun bad for you? Is it going to cause skin cancer? What can we do about it? And is the sun good for you? And if it is, how can we capitalize on those benefits? My name's Eric. I am a certified life coach. And if this is your first time visiting the channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. The things I talk about are not medical advice. It's my opinion that I'm sharing with you, and I hope you find it helpful. Everything I talk about has to do with health, diet, exercise, and lifestyle. I'm here to help. And if you have questions for me as a certified life coach, just leave your comments um, below and I will be glad to respond to your questions. Okay, the sun. Is it bad for you? Well, if you go to your dermatologist and ask him that, he'll say, oh, yes, stay out of the sun, cover up, put on sunblock, 50 SPF, protect yourself from it because it will give you cancer. And my contention is that too much sun could be harmful. But the sun gives us life. It is essential for life here on planet Earth. It makes the plants grow that we can eat. The animals eat the plants and we eat the animals. It's life for us. Um, the sun, uh, millions of years ago, um, caused life to form, and it's now, many millions of years later, it's now fossil fuels that allow us to drive our cars and our trucks and to heat our homes, to turn the lights on, to make our computers work. So sun gives us life. And sun also has other health benefits. But I think the reason why people are afraid of the sun is not that the sun is harmful. It's just that too much of it is. Today is my birthday. And on my birthday, I love to go to a Chinese buffet. They have sushi and steamed shrimp and, all kinds of buffet foods. I love it. Um, but is that bad for me? Food is essential to our lives. So is it bad for me to go to a Chinese buffet? Is it going to give me cancer or make me fat? And then I'm going to have metabolic disease, have type 2 diabetes, heart disease. Well, too much of it would could potentially cause these things. And it's the same with the sun. The sun is essential to our health and to our lives. Too much of it can potentially be harmful. Just like when I was a youth, if I got too much sun, I'd get burnt. It would be painful, uncomfortable to sleep, uncomfortable, if clothes would like rub on my shoulders, arms where I got sunburned. It can peel. If you get it really badly, it can blister. So, and then, people can get sun poisoning if they get too much sun. So, too much of anything good can be harmful. So, I'm going to tell you that what I do and why. So, number one, let's talk about the benefits of sunshine. Why it's so essential. for us to get out into the sun. And then we'll talk about how to protect ourselves from too much and what we can do to improve those benefits. So, sunshine is radiation. It comes in many different wavelengths. We have visible light, which uh, illuminates me so that you can see me. And of course, it's coming from a light inside my house, not from the sun. But it has visible light, it has ultraviolet light, it has infrared light, and many variations of these lights on the spectrum. So, for example, um, you've probably heard about red light therapy um, and the benefits of it. Red light, which is infrared light, there's different wavelengths of it that comes from the sun. And infrared light or red light, um, it actually penetrates your skin. It can go right through your clothing to your skin, and it can actually penetrate through your tissue, your fascia, your muscle, sometimes maybe right down to the bone. Um, and this infrared light um, actually uh, causes your within your cells the production of melatonin. Now, it's the same type of melatonin that we think of that helps us to sleep, but this is different. That melatonin is in your bloodstream. The melatonin I'm talking about is inside your cells. And I think the mitochondria make the melatonin, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But infrared light penetrating into your body produces melatonin. And the benefits of this intercellular melatonin is that it actually helps your body in the healing process. It helps your body produce energy and all the things that your body needs to do to stay healthy, all your cells. So this melatonin is so beneficial. And how do we increase that melatonin? Sunlight or infrared light that comes from the sun. The best times of day to get infrared light are in the morning when the sun is coming up. Um, and they even say in the mornings it's good to get the sunlight into your eyes as well. So, and because infrared light from the sun can penetrate your clothing, you can get that infrared light benefit all year round. Even when we take walks in the morning and we're outside bundled up in the winter when it's cold, um, I can still, when that sun is shining, I can feel the warmth through my coat and through my clothing, warming my body. And that's one of the magical things about infrared light is you feel it right away. Also in the evening, same thing as the sun's going down. This is an optimal time to get your infrared light from the sun. Now, you can go out midday and get infrared light as well. But now, in the middle of the day, you're also getting your ultraviolet light. And as you probably know, there's ultraviolet A and B, or UVA and B, as we call them. UVB is responsible for making vitamin D in your body. When your sun is exposed to UVB rays, your skin produces vitamin D. Vitamin D is essential for every cell in your body, every organ of your body, every part of your body. It's essential for life. You must have vitamin D. And if you are low on vitamin D, your body is going to be compromised. You're going to get more colds, more flus, you're going to be more susceptible to sickness, cancer, for example. And it's my understanding that as we increase the amount of vitamin D in our bodies, that vitamin D can help our bodies heal and can even prevent disease. For example, cancer. It's been linked to helping to reduce the risk of cancer or help fight cancer. Um, so vitamin D is essential. It's essential for our brain function, for our nervous system, for all of our uh, everything in our body. So, and the vitamin D that our skin produces from sunlight is optimal. That's the best kind of vitamin D to get. Um, but unfortunately, as we grow older, our skin will not produce as much vitamin D from sunlight as it did when we were younger. Another thing, in the wintertime, when the sun direct rays, or in another part of the globe, if you're in the northern hemisphere, in the wintertime, it's going to be in the southern hemisphere, vice versa. If you live in southern hemisphere, in the summertime, uh, the sun will be in the northern hemisphere. And during those times, you are not going to, your body is not going to create as much vitamin D as it could during the summer months. So, with those two things considered, um, when it's summertime, get outside and get in the sun. Now, and I'm going to talk about other things here in a few minutes uh, because we're limited to the amount of sun we can get year round. But in the summertime, if you can, maybe you have a back deck or a back lawn, or you're close to a lake or a beach, or a park where it's appropriate to wear your swimsuit for gentlemen, swim trunks, a lady swimsuit. If you can get outside in the middle of the day for full body exposure of vitamin D for 20 minutes, my understanding is that's equivalent to 10,000 international units of vitamin D. That's a lot, but it's not too much. Actually, that would be a very healthy dose. If you could just get 20 minutes of sun a day in the summertime. Again, as we age, our body won't produce as much vitamin D. So, maybe if you're sensitive to the sun, you'll want to gradually build up. Maybe you want to start at 10 minutes, 15, 20. Maybe after a couple weeks, you can build up to 30 minutes a day. But getting out there and exposing your skin to the sun is a terrific source of vitamin D. Also, um, if you're covering up a lot, say you go out for a midday walk, or you're doing gardening or lawn mowing, or playing pickleball outside, whatever you're doing, people are going to be covered up. And some people are nervous about getting too much sun. They'll wear a hat, they'll wear long sleeves, long pants. So my recommendation is to, yes, be cautious not to get too much sun, as I mentioned earlier, but get some of that sunlight directly on your skin. So if that means, for gentlemen, having an opportunity to take your shirt off for 10 or 20 minutes a day out in the direct sunlight, taking the hat off, letting the sun bathe your face and your neck and your head, this can all be very beneficial, I believe. So that's what I have to say about getting the benefits of sun. Remember too much of anything is could be harmful. But if you get the right amount of it on a regular basis, it can be very helpful. So, what about in the wintertime? What about on cloudy days? I'll tell you what I personally do, um, and you can think about this as an option. Um, I belong to a tanning salon. Now, over the years, this has had a bad stigma. The people that go to the tanning salons are, um, young girls that are tanning too much and it becomes addictive, or people that, they just want to get dark, and um, or people are vain. It's like, a woman putting on too much makeup, or um, dressing fancy, or putting on too much jewelry. Um, you know, People just want to get a tan because it's vain. So this is the negative stigma attached to going to the tanning salon. But I've been doing this on and off for years, and I'll tell you what I think the benefits are to going to the tanning salon. Now, again, I have fair skin. I get freckles. So um, I think that if you go 2 or 3 times a week, that you can get an appropriate amount of the UVB rays from the tanning salon. Um, I think if you go every day, um, then you need to consider, is that too much? Uh, if you're getting darker and darker, actually, um, the darker your skin is, the less uh, the less vitamin D that your skin will create from the light. Also, consider the type of when you go to the tanning salon, they have different levels of membership that you can buy. Um, but ask a lot of questions. Tell them, I'm not here to get a tan. I'm here to get vitamin D, and that you want to use tanning beds, or they have stand-up tanning devices, kind of like a tanning bed, but you stand in it rather than lay down in it. You tell them, I want to get UVB rays. I'm not interested in UVA. I want the UVB for vitamin D. That's why I'm here. And it can be very pricey to join a tanning salon. So tell them, I'm on a budget. I want to know what your least expensive uh, program is, and which beds am I going to use that I can optimize my UVB intake. So you do that, and then you're just going to start gradually. If you're not used to being in the sun, you're going to go into your private tanning booth, take off your clothes, and activate it and lay there for 2 minutes. And then the next time, 2 minutes. And then if you're not getting any redness on your skin, because you don't want to get red after this, um, then you increase it to 3 minutes, and then 4 minutes, and you'll just keep increasing your time to whatever the limit is for that tanning device. And this is the safe way to use the tanning salons to get your vitamin D. Remember, you're not going there to get a tan, but you will get a tan. That's inevitable because of the rays that these tanning devices emit. It's just like laying out in the sun. If you do it repeatedly over time, you'll get a tan. You'll get some pigment to your skin. I also want to say that one thing I found over the years as I use the tanning salons is that the week of Thanksgiving, often these tanning salons will have a Black Friday sale. And my experience is that the Black Friday sale starts Monday. So it's every day that week up until Friday or Saturday after Thanksgiving. And you can get tremendous savings by doing the Black Friday sales at the tanning salons. One that I was a member of, um, I went from, I think it was $65 a month. And the Black Friday sale, I think my membership with that, because what you do is you pay for a whole year in advance. So when I average it out over 12 months, I think it was like 20 some dollars a month. There was a significant savings. The tanning salon I go to now, um, their Black Friday sale, I normally pay $45 a month. I'm in the lowest level of membership there, and that's where I get the best UVB machines on the lowest level at this particular establishment. Um, and but the Black Friday sale is $140, $145, something like that, for a whole year. So we're talking what, $12 a month, $15 a month? No, it's not even that much. So $14 a month. Um, so you just have to pay for the whole year in advance. And then whatever the year is, at 365 days, you don't have to pay anything more. You just go in. I go twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week if my schedule allows it. And I find it relaxing. To me, sunlight feels good. It's for me, it's like a meditation. It's therapeutic. I can just let my thoughts go and just relax and enjoy the experience of being there. And I know that I'm getting that vitamin D, which is so beneficial. Now, if you're of dark skin, of African descent, or even Hispanic descent, of uh, Native American, Indian descent, you have a darker skin, there's more melanin in your skin is not going to produce as much vitamin D from the sunlight or the UVB rays as would a Caucasian. So that's unfortunately just the way God made us. We are in His creation, so we have to accept what He's given to us. So this is what I have to say about that, because this talk is not really about the sun. It's about vitamin D. And I just want to conclude by spending a few minutes focusing on vitamin D. Again, it's essential, and um, I strongly recommend, even if you're getting regular sunlight, even if you're going to a tanning salon to get your vitamin D there from the UVB lamps, supplement with vitamin D. And don't buy the cheap stuff at Walmart. I go online and buy mine. You want to buy a vitamin D supplement that has K2 in it. Now, different vitamins have cofactors, and vitamin D, in order to work effectively in your body for all of its healing properties, vitamin D needs zinc, it needs magnesium, it needs K2, and there are other cofactors as well. So I strongly recommend that if you're supplementing with vitamin D, and I think you should, that you're also taking zinc, you're also taking magnesium. I take magnesium magnesium, oh darn, I forget what it is now. There's different types. I'll be giving a whole talk on vitamin D in the future. But buy a vitamin D supplement that has the K2 in it. Now I'll tell you how you can also get good K2 in your diet, and that's through hard cheese. So not like mozzarella cheese or cottage cheese, but like a Swiss cheese or a Colby or um, farmer's cheese, the harder cheeses. So you know what I'm talking about. There's soft cheeses and harder cheeses. The harder cheeses have lots of K2 in them. And so I would recommend, um, if you only take vitamin D once a day, I would recommend eat some cheese and take your vitamin D supplement with it. And I think it's best to take it at bedtime because vitamin D, um, I think, works better while you're sleeping and healing your body. I think because that's the time that your body is trying to heal is at nighttime. So vitamin D would be great to take before bedtime. So my recommendation is an hour before bed. Make sure that you're taking something, eating a little something fatty with it. Cheese has plenty of fat in it. Um, Maybe a little bit of yogurt or cottage cheese, just a spoonful. Um, some people take MCT oil. You could take your vitamin D with that, or just take your vitamin. If you're going to take it a couple times a day, take it with food because you're always going to have some fat in your food. I hope because fat's essential. Um, so personally, I take vitamin D with breakfast, with lunch, with dinner, and an hour before bed. That's what I do because I think vitamin D is so important to maintain good health. And we'll see how it goes. It's November now. I'm expecting to not get a cold or a flu at all this winter because I get my UVB rays at the tanning salon and I supplement with vitamin D with K2. I hope that this has been helpful to you. If it has, would you just gently press that like button? And I have a lot more things to share with you in the future. I come out with a new video every week um, as a senior health coach. And if you'd like to hear more in the future, just hit the subscribe button so that you'll be the first one notified when my next video comes out. And again, if you have any questions about this or anything else, questions for me, um, just leave your questions in the comments section. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Be well.